We begin tonight with a new effort to revive the option of rent control. Housing advocates gathered today at the State House to support legislation that would end the prohibition of rent control approved by voters statewide 25 years ago. The proposed legislation would allow rent control to be adopted by local communities.
With my rent being increased, it's hard for me to pay everything that I need to do. My house, my bills, my food allowance, and then but if rent control was here, it would make it so much easier for me to get around and pay things with, and then my rent would be at a statement so I can pay for it. And I wouldn't have to be worried and having headaches overnight, not sleeping good.
My rent is over 80% of my income, which is a really huge burden on me. So rent control would be very, very much needed. And that way I wouldn't be displaced or become homeless from a community that I've lived in 43 years.
Rent control will mean that people will have money to eat, to save, to take care of their health care needs, their family's education. They won't be squandering money for 50% of their income to go to these slumlords and speculators that are driving the rents up.
10 years ago, people see that it's more like a low income or immigrant or people color communities issue, but now it's much more widespread. Young professionals, even having a hard time to find, affordable housing in the city. So we need to lift the ban. If we don't do that soon, we're going to lose the heart and soul of our cities.
Across the Commonwealth, there are working families who are paying 30%, 40%, sometimes even 50% of their income on rent. People are making the choice between paying for rent and food, rent and childcare, rent and their medical bills. And all across the Commonwealth, people are standing up and saying, that's enough, no more.